Hello and welcome to this demonstration video. My name's Daniel and I'm one of the design and commissioning engineers for the IDS control system here at Densitron. And today I've got a really cool demo to share with you that we've built in conjunction with Bridge Technologies and their amazing VB440 IP probe. Now when we started working with Bridge, we needed to address their main pain point, which was the ability to expose and access the main features of the VB440 in space-constrained environments, such as OB trucks. So with this in mind, it made sense for us to specify one of our latest HMI displays, the 4RU. And this is the display you can see in your shop. So as the name suggests, this is a 4U rack-mountable, touch-enabled display. It has a native resolution of 1920 by 624 and is 10-point touch-enabled. So we're pairing this display with one of our IDS Remora clients. Now this is providing the intelligence and the UI that you can see on the display. So with the hardware components specified, we set about working on the software solution, and we came up with this concept of a Multiviewer Plus. So just like a Multiviewer, but adding additional functionality into it. And by the very nature of IDS, we offer control solutions. So what we've been able to do here is break this into three key areas, as you can see on the display. So we have control, route, and monitor. So what I'm going to do now is just take you through each of these key features so you can see what we're offering as a complete solution. So starting with control. So here we have an interface that operates robotic cameras. Now the camera you can see on your display is an SDI camera. So that's been fed and getting converted into SMPTE 2110, which is then being sent into the VB440, which is providing our system IDS with a low latency, low bandwidth feed. And on top of that, we've also got the ability to control this camera. So you can see here we've got pan movements, tilt movements, and zoom, and so on. We've also got the ability to recall and store presets. This could also be expanded to account for things like camera shading. So this interface has been set up to support 8 cameras, but that's by no means a limitation. So beyond the camera control, we thought, what's the next logical step in this control? And that would be to offer routing control. So over here, we've got an interface that represents an XY routing panel. So we have all our destinations along the bottom, and then we have sources along the top. So this interface could be used in several ways. It could be controlling back-end broadcast routers, it could be controlling video switches, or it could be building multi-viewer layouts within IDS itself. So one of which you should be able to see on your screen now. So for example, I can pick my program feed, I can select a source, and I can take that source, and then that will switch it. So you can start to really customize your multi-viewer layouts at a touch of a button. And because IDS is completely IP enabled, you could route this information around various displays in OB vans or alike. So beyond this, we thought, what's the next thing we need to offer? And that's, of course, the monitor view. So this is where the really cool stuff happens. So if I move over to the monitor tab, what we can see here, again, is the camera feed that we were controlling earlier. But now we can see the waveforms alongside it. So we have our different waveforms, so our luminance, our CBCR, our YCBCR, and our RGB color space. So again, this is really powerful. We can then also move through the different sources and have the waveforms representing those flows right next to it. And so beyond this, we thought, well, okay, this is great. So we were able to break this out into different layouts. So 2x2, 3x2, and even a 4x2. And of course, the point here is you can customize all of those different inputs. So depending on what you're working on, you can have enough feeds to suit your needs. And again, this could be routed to various other IDS displays, if applicable, if needed within the environment. So another thing to point out actually is that we're pulling feeds here from a local VB440 as well as one in Oslo. So we've got the ability to connect to multiple nodes here, and at a touch of a button we can switch that. So for example, the feed you can see here is coming out of the VB440 all the way over in Oslo, and I can tab all the way back here, and we've got a camera that's coming out of one that's located in our office here. So within a touch of a button, I can route all these sources around. So, I mean, that's pretty cool, right? And all done in a compact 4U form factor monitor, as well as camera control and routing control. So I'm sure you'll agree that's a pretty powerful offering right there. So really that concludes the demonstration that I wanted to go through today. So I hope you all enjoyed, and thanks very much for watching.